Alright. Let's fade this out a little bit. Actually, oh, I need to get my actual background music going. Hold on. I'm a professional. That one. As much as I love this song, this is not our normal background music. That cut out a little too quickly, but that's fine. I think this is about the right volume. Let's see. Oh, it's muted. Beautiful. All right, I think that's good. I think we're all set. Hello, everyone. Let me get over to the modeling section. There we are. So, as you can see, I did a few changes to the model that we did last time. This is the final version, more or less. I might add some like little details in the scope, like scope brackets. But yeah, more or less this is it. And I've sliced it using a plane to make a kind of good cutout to 3D print. So I'm going to be going through that, giving that a shot, seeing how that goes. As you can see, the scope here, bring it over and kind of match it up with that indent is the idea, you know, so you get support on the bottom when you glue it. And obviously bring those together. And then you have the little plug that connects the two, same with the barrel. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I'll need to actually, you know, do a test print and see if it goes well or not. Actually, I can show you guys what like a final version looks like. It's a bit cluttered. Let's see if I can't find it. There we go. I made this forever ago. The idea is to eventually have a bunch of modifications that you can do. So you can have like the pistol, or you can bring, let's see, oh, these aren't joined. You can bring like this up and make it more like a carbine, add a stock, you know. I do need to modify, you can see the, what do you call it, the connectors here. They're a bit thin on the model. I printed this out and it does work, it holds together, but it snaps kind of frequently around here. If it weren't for the mag, you know, to kind of balance it and like sturdy it, it would happen a lot more frequently. But I think if I increase if you see like in the barrel over here, if I make it the connecting joint a little bigger, I think that'll add more stability and make it more, I don't know the proper terminology, but make it more stable, I guess. But yeah, this is what like a final project would look like. Even then, still need to edit a few things. But you can see like over here, we've got like the connectors going on. Everything has been exported in a way that makes it printable. So I wish I had more of a visual like I do with the previous one that we worked on. This right here, like this kind of blown out model. I wish I had that for the revolver, but the revolver was kind of learning as I go. You see like all these are like one part. I wish I had that for the revolver, but I don't. But yeah, wanted to quickly give a brief look at what this ended up looking like. before we started on our next little idea, which is this. I've decided to make this more like a Carbine look. You know, like how you have like the Stormtrooper blaster and then like the droid over here. This is a KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, but you know, like a few different ideas visually here to kind of work off of as we go. But as always, I got to, you know, make the outline of this first, which is going to be a whole thing. I'm going to try a new-ish tactic. We're still starting with the, you know, the cube, don't worry. But I wanted to, let's get the height right. Let's get the grip going first. After that, I'll show you what I'm trying to do. Get that up to about there. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll just do this here. Again, we gotta get the vertices going. Get them to approximately where our reference is. I like to get it at its largest spots, so we'll do that. We can bring this in a little. Not by much though, huh? Okay. I can actually show you the idea here. Instead of doing what we did last time and doing a lot of cuts, I think I'm going to try extruding more. I think that'll give us more what we were going for last time. So I'm going to match this up here. And I know it's a bit of an early stream today. I have plans tonight. So for this stream at least, we are going to be streaming early. And I hope you guys had a good night. That's going a little too far. And I hope this isn't too early in a stream. Either way, the VOD will be saved. So, if it is too early and you can't make it, don't you worry. You will still be able to watch it on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hello YouTube. That needs to go more this way. I'm just gonna get a general shape. I'm not going to go for perfection here. Oops. Didn't mean to. Let's do this little nub thing. Of course, I say we're not going to go for perfection, and then I spend 2 hours down here. But that is the nature of me. It's what I do best. Okay, that'll be fine for now. Again, we are going for rough shapes, not full shapes. Move up here. Get this. You know what? I'm actually going to create one more wood cut here. I can show you what I'm gonna do. more of, which is these extrudes. Bring that up to its highest point. And we'll do the same over here. Actually, I'll create a break right there. Oh, you know what? We don't want the barrel. There we go. That's not looking bad. And see, now we have like a general shape that we can modify a little more easily. I'm hoping that this time, by doing this, the loop cuts will be a bit more smooth. And we'll create more of a, what do you call it? A more, I guess, smooth UV, but we'll see. This could end up worse, so I don't know. We'll have to see. No, that doesn't go down. But does all of it need to go down? I don't think so. Yeah, that's going to go to a different spot. To create that little curved spot. This over here. Then see, okay, so that is working a little bit better. Or at least for now. Can modify this a little easier. And it's not like a huge mess. Okay. Bring this down. Also, I am sorry for the delay in streaming. I was planning on streaming a lot more frequently, but then my house went, you know what would be really cool? What if the lights fell down? In my guest bathroom, they literally just fell off the wall. I had to figure out how to be an electrician and kind of solve that issue. And then also my shower broke, and I had to fix that. So I've been very busy, and also very poor. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Not fix the shower? Not fix the lights? You need to, you know, do that. So I did it. It's just, that took a lot of time and a lot of money. I'm not incredibly happy with it. More just happy that it is done. So hopefully there's only a few more life things I need to do before I can actually have like a proper schedule. I'm also planning on making an update to the model at some point. The VTuber model, not this model. But we'll have to see how that goes. So, point is, I've been busy and very tired, but I've been excited too, because you know I do love streaming and I love the opportunity I get to stream. And the setup is getting better and better. Even though I think there will always be stuff in it, but that is part of my charm, I like to believe. If you're not watching me for the scuffed models and the scuffed streaming setup, then why watch, right? When you watch me, you do not get quality, you get scuff. You get scuff, but enjoyable scuff. Alright, I think this model is starting to round out. Oh, there we go. One thing that I do really like about streaming is that like all of it is stuff that I have done, you know? Like the model I made work on my own, you know, the setup, the streaming setup is working, you know, barely, but it is working on my own. I'm not like, the goal of the whole channel really is to eventually get to a point where I can make or deal with any streaming problem entirely on my own, you know? I want to be able to create like an actual streaming model in Blender for the VTuber model as well. But I mean, I might be okay with like inanimate objects like this, but oh my god, when it comes to people, even like a really low poly person, it is rough, dude. It is so hard getting that right. There are so many artists that are just insanely talented to get like all of the like small details down and the body shape right. Like, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I've watched so many tutorials and I'm just always like, how? How did you do this? It looks gorgeous and mine is just an unknown polygon. So that is a down the line hope for me, is to eventually make my own VTuber model from scratch. But right now, you know, the like default one that I got, it works. You know, it does what it needs to do, and it gives like the general vibe of what I'm going for. This will just keep getting better. Just gotta keep at it. I believe in us. Oh, I don't want that one. There's a lot of weird, like, curves and bumps on this one, huh? I mean, that's both good and bad, because it makes it look a bit more, like, sci-fi, like old sci-fi, and a bit more alien, but at the same time, it's like tough getting everything right. There's that over there. This one. Move that one up a bit more. More to the right. Let's do... Yes, the UV is still going to be rough, I think, but better. Once I'm done with the general shape, I also want to show off a barrel idea that I had. Put that down there. This also needs to go way down. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. I'm doing extrude. I'll do this right here. Oh, I need another loop cut. Okay, that'll work, that'll work. Do this. I mean, that looks like it'll work. Let me try. Let me just quickly do a rough. Yeah, there we go. We can do another loop cut and make that a bit more smooth. I'm actually keep that. Oh, the rear sight looks like it might be weird. Is it like, okay, so maybe I can explain this, maybe I can't. It looks like it's like this right here is one, right? Like this is the right side of it. And then there's the little dip, and then there's another one? Or is it like one piece, which is real, by the way? The one piece is indeed real, before anybody gets me on that. I don't know. You know what? It's my model. It's my model, I can choose how it goes. And I'm choosing to believe that that is one weird sight, and that it's not, you know, two super small ones. What's going on here? Oh, I see. That's the first loop cut. Alright, that works. Yeah. So we'll do that right there. Back it up about there. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's just this one, or if it's like there's like another one in this area, or like that's the depth, I don't know. But I'm choosing to believe that it's one big site, and they can't tell me otherwise, because it's my model. I made it. Just do that for now. There we go. This one down here. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, they're gonna. No. There we go. For the other one. There we go. Beautiful. Now we bring that down. Oh, I didn't get the middle. That's okay. We'll come back to that in a second. There we go. Ooh, there's a bit of a lip there. You know what though? That actually, I would actually lean into that. Because that's kind of true to how a site is, you know? You got like a plate usually. You can see like a little screw. I'm gonna lean into that. I'm gonna keep that as is. Okay, how are we looking? Not terrible, but I'm not liking this cluster. That's a bit much. Before we go any further, though, I'm gonna make sure that it's a bit thin. That way we can build it out unlike last time. Okay, so we have the grip. Looks like a kind of upper receiver thing here. So let's see if we can't get the grips section. Okay. Let's put this in. Again, professional artists are screaming at the pain that I'm causing. There's gotta be a more efficient and beautiful way of doing this, but I'm bad at most things, so... That's not working great. It's actually the perfect song to just make a compilation of the horrible things I have done in Blender. I can't tell if that's gonna be... Okay, so it looks like the grip goes here and then connects into... So we might need to just do get that so hold on. Where is this guy? Yes. Okay, we might need one more loop cut, not that way. Or maybe that way. Yeah, because the vertice is going to be over here. Okay. Oh, we need to bring this on. Let's do that first, actually. There we go. Okay. Alright. That's not looking too bad. If you follow the points, you know, you can kind of see where I'm going. The screws, I'm going to make their own individual model, even though I like having as much of the model together as possible. I think that would look better, so that's what we're gonna do. There we go. Let's create this curve. Out more later on too. I'm a bit confused about what's happening here. What is that? There's like a giant van outside. That's neat. Don't know what they're doing. Oh, we gotta bring this in more. Separate thing here, if you guys are seeing what I'm talking about. Like there's this metal part that looks like a lip that goes into... I might make that a separate model too. Like I might cut here and then turn that into a separate model. I don't know, it might be too far in though. We'll wait on that part. going to smooth out these areas. Still like how flat that area is. Oop. No. There we go. A bit more here. Put this back in. A few more of these, we should be good. Oh. There we go. That's looking much better. Oh, this side is looking rough. Oh, I should have checked in over here, huh? That's okay. We'll get this side going. Yeah, so it looks like we are still not going to be saving the UV, but hey, I'm not texturing, so it doesn't matter, right? You know what? Where is this edge loop going? I'm gonna bump these up. Yes. There we go. Okay. Alright, and then we can just extrude the grip there. Actually, I'm going to also focus in. Kind of make a straight line starting here, ending about there. I think that'll help us manipulate that area better. Of course, I could be completely wrong, but you know. Looks like it dips down a little bit. So, do the same. There we go. Actually, I might. This is looking. What if we put another loop here? You know what? Let's do that. We'll continue with this loop going up and kind of match this little like plate of whatever description, and then we'll create another edge loop starting over here, and then we'll go kind of down. We'll trace it, you know, and then we can just extrude that as well. I think that'll turn out pretty good. Again, I have no idea what the vertices. It's one of those things where it's like, this could either be just how you do it, or there could be a brilliant way of doing it that makes everything look nice, and I am just causing pain to people that notice. Either way, I will continue until somebody tells me to stop. Is going to be pretty much up there. It looks like it's pretty much all that there is, so I need to get as close to it as I can. The top area. Actually, why is there no... Yeah, okay, I guess we're fine. As long as it's still creating a loop, we're good. Section. Two more. I really need to sell this like curve down here. Yeah, okay, after this we'll be done. So much to go further. There we go, okay. There we go. That's not looking bad. Yeah, alright. We'll just do the same thing with the next one here. You know what, that's gonna be easier if we do than just bring these down. Let's do that. We extrude, we can create like that curve effect that you see right there. Like bevel that they got going on. Okay. It is at this moment I remember that I was supposed to show the barrel that I had made, that I think is very Star Wars-y. Oops. We will get there in a moment. Probably. Unless I forget again, in which case we won't. Alright, that's not good. We'll take a break for a second, so I can talk about the barrel. Let's get this going. There we go. Is this on this? Yeah, there we go. So, I took like a generic barrel like this, and I just kind of, or a little more like this, and kind of blew it up a little, and then added fins around it, along with this like nozzle that we did the last blaster, I think, because I wanted it to be similar to the E11 up here, you know? You got like the little fins coming off of it. I mean, you can see like a similar design language with like all the carbines. You got like all these little fins and all these little protrusions going off. So I wanted to add that along with either a foregrip or collapsible stock. We're going to see as we go. Actually, I need to shrink this a bit. Make it more like that. Whoa, what did I just do? See. Whoa, I didn't know you could do this. Look at that. Check that out. If you hit Z twice, it just starts going crazy. Neat. Yeah, we'll shrink and stretch. I'm actually going to bring this in more. There we go. This is like the basic design language going on. Actually move these fins back more. Yeah, there we go. Looking good. Alright, let's see. Where were we here? That's right. We have to focus on this edge loop. Start tracing again. But yeah, the last stream was a pistol. This time we're doing a carbine. The hope is that we can eventually make like a version of every category of weapon, you know, like a lightsaber, blaster pistol, rifle, carbine, basically all of it, you know. I think that would be a fun thing to do. And it would be ours, you know, like this is our version of this weapon. That's looking good. We're going out to, well, that should create a face, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, so we got like the grip here. That's looking pretty solid. We have this weird, mysterious piece that nobody knows the answer to. It's impossible to tell. Then we can extrude outward. Yeah, that's looking good. We're getting there. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to... Let's... Points back. Create one more edge loop here. Because we're going to shrink this area. That's good. These down. Yeah, I'm actually gonna create one more. Smooth that out a little more. Is this supposed to be the front sight? No, okay, it's over there. I was like, what is going on? I was very confused. Because that would be super small and would not work. Okay. Oh. this down. There we go again, doing something I didn't plan on doing because I saw a way to improve it. Myself that we are going to give that its own model. Just make like a generic circle here. How are we looking? Okay, that's at least going to show us where the part is, so that works for me. Let's give some love over here. Go around that out. This actually. Again, we're not texturing, we're not going to be worried too much about that. It's a bit off model, but I'm keeping it the way it is. Here. Let's add a bit more. Extrude that layer. Don't say about that. This. It's a bit off, right? But I mean, How's that look? Silhouette-wise, I think we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, we're not even going to really worry about the barrel. We're just going to slap that on, so I mean, yeah. Let's do... get out of that extrude. This right here, probably better. Sorry, there is a loud truck outside, and I don't know if that's going through or not. Would be highly unfortunate if so. You know what? Looks like there's a lip here. So I'm going to create yet another loop cut, and then that needs to be raised. That's a bit bumpy. Alright, that'll work though. These two as big ones. Why did I not grab this properly? No, okay, I did. We're good. I think. We'll see. Alright, that's looking good-ish. Alright, let's get us back to vertices. And we can actually use that to our advantage here. Create more like a smooth bevel that we got going on here. Did I hear yet another loop cut? Because that's what we're doing. Yeah, that's not bad. It's just that same kind of effect. I might need an indentation here. But I think an extrude will work. I think an extrude will work. I'll try. Let's get that going. Actually, do we need all that? We might need all of that. We definitely do. Okay, so starting here. And yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I know I need to do the other side too, but for now, I mean, that looks pretty accurate, right? Ignoring the detail pieces, obviously. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Sure, that is gone. And I'm going to do something that will, again, make artists mad. But I won't tell if I don't. Just going to click there. They'll be off by like a pixel. That's fine by me. Alright, we'll do the same with the grip. Pretty sure that's all of it, right? Oh yeah, no, we need to do this like, oh, that's gonna be weird. We'll work on that first. Bring both of those in. It's muddy really quick. It's really hard to see where you're going. Profile of this is going to be all over the place. Okay. So we need this to go down, this go up. As exact as I can. There we go. Why is that so off? Like what? These connects. What did I do? Sure. I don't know. I don't know. Does this go lower or higher? So those two connect there. Those connect there. Ah, I see. Does these go lower? No? It's not. It's all over the place. It's similar, but this is going to be messy. I didn't grab something. It's going to be brutal. I think this might be higher. Oh boy, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh man. But you know what? It works. It works for now. That's all we need. It's something only I and everybody who watched this stream will see. The final model shouldn't have too much to do with that. I'm letting it go. But that is still rough. Let's fill this out a little more over here. Modify this. I'm really hoping that doesn't interfere too badly. The crimes I committed over there. Oh no. Well, it's close enough. I can live with that. Just take this part, do the rest with this. Grab that, accident, hold on. Is that? Yeah, that's good. Okay. The grip will just look a bit funny in some areas, a bit silly. It'll be a slightly silly grip. But personally, I'm a huge fan of comedy, so that works for me. Okay, let's do one last thing here. Oh no, don't want either of you. There we go. Oh, I still haven't made that curve properly. Oh, I just selected all those points. Oh no. Oh well. Can't change it. There we go. That's looking better. the trigger guard after we get this going. I wonder if I can select the, because it's not technically the loop cut, but we might be able to. Okay, so I kind of got it right. That's not going to help us too terribly much, actually, because we only need a slight amount of it. We don't need all of it, and we'll still need to go through anyway, so even though it's tedious, this is more accurate, at least from what I know. Yeah, if there are any Blender artists that I am accidentally torturing in chat or in the comments, depending on where you see this, and you got any tips or pointers, please let me know. I am 100% self-taught when it comes to this stuff, and it is totally just a hobby for me, but I do want to get as good as I can. And I like learning about where I messed up, because that means I can do better the next time around. I should have made another edge loop here. That's okay. That's right, we can buff that out in a second. Let's take these two. There we go. I consider that mostly saved. That's fine. Just slap this on. See how this looks so far. Okay, so we're gonna need to make that fit more fit. Had it right beforehand. Okay, how are we liking that? How's it looking for everybody? The real question is, you know what? I think we're gonna do just like a foregrip, like how this looks right now. I know it flops out to a stock, but let me just quickly just get a visual on it. Block there. Actually do something like I like that more. I like that a lot. And then we'll just need to decide on if we want to add a scope or not. Or grip. We'll hide that. Then do I want to join this together? I don't think I do. Do the collection. Hidden. body. What are these? Oh, those are my references. Okay. Alright, let's get this trigger guard knocked out. Just now realizing I forgot to announce this stream. Oops. I got excited. You can tell by my enthusiastic voice. Let's do... kind of extend just a little bit there. Oops. I am sorry I don't have like the typical streamer, you know, like, hey everybody, what's up, you know, like that kind of energy, but but it's just not authentic to who I am, you know. I think I scaled this trigger guard weird. No, it's looking good. Okay. And plus, I mean, the environment I want to foster is a very chill one, you know? I don't want us to be like these crazy, like, screaming at the top of our lungs kind of streamer communities. Not saying that it's like a problem, it's just I don't think it's true to who I am. And I think having a chiller environment would be nice for a change, you know? So many times in like the Twitch and streamer landscape, you see like a lot of people really putting in a lot of effort to be very, very high energy. And I don't know, I think it can get tiring, you know, seeing like a whole bunch of really chaotic and just off the walls kind of streamers. Again, no criticism outside of just, you know, it's a very common thing. And I think we can be chill. Of course, I say we can be chill, and then cut to me in like, I don't know, a year or so of doing this. And I'm just completely broken by chat or some other third party. I imagine that's kind of how it goes for every streamer. It's just like, oh yeah, I want to be different, and then you just slowly become corrupted. Oh, that's looking odd. What do we do there? Oh, we inherited some stuff up here. I see. We can still extrude here, but we need to bring this in more. How far down does that need to go? Oh, I missed a point here. What is happening here? There we go. Okay. Now if we bring that down. You know what? It might be more wise to create a point here. do it like this, this might look better. Drag that out to about here. And then we can extrude the Y. Oops. There we go. This is working out nice. Bump that. Well, bump both these up. Well, no. Just bump this one up. We're gonna keep that one down there to hide the trigger guard a bit better. Yeah, that's not looking bad. Has anybody played this game, the song that this is from, Deadly Premonition? It's a wild game. At least the story is. The gameplay is not something I can get into, but like the story, oh my god, there's nothing quite like that game. I'm sure a lot of people are aware of it, but if you are not, and you want to do, or you want to see a very off-the-walls kind of story with very bizarre characters, please give that a shot. Look into that game, because it is so bizarre. It's like a Twin Peaks inspired game, but like it's just not exactly a Twin Peaks, and I truly don't know how else to describe it. It's just such a unique piece of art that I don't want to spoil too much of. Start making the trigger guard a bit more fleshed out here. Balloon it out more. That's looking good. Just need to create a few more points. Make that as rounded as we can get it. You know what? I'm gonna bring this up a bit more. No, don't want to create new points. Thank you. There we go. It's looking like a almost heart shape, which is interesting, but you know. That is how they have it. So that's what we'll do. Okay. I'm gonna focus on making this body, and then after that we'll plug in the barrel and all that, which I think will be the fun part, honestly, for me at least. Oh, did we extrude the grip? We did not. Let's do that really quick. There we go. Just click a little bit there. There we go. Like I said, we'll buff out some issues later on. Is it probably smarter to buff them out now? Probably, but I'm not gonna do that, so, you know. We're starting to get some like actual depth going on now. Oh, I missed here. There we go. That's not looking bad at all. We're getting like an actual shape going on here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's working. You know what? Just for fun. Let's see how that's looking. Before I grab. I think we're getting close to kind of this right here, almost. The Westar. I think it's like the Westar 34. It's the Carbine version of, I guess it isn't the Carbine version of Django. That's blasters. What is it's the Carbine version of the pistols that the Mandalorians used during the Clone Wars. That's what it was. Just for my own sanity, I'm gonna bring this over there. So I'm aware. build it around the trigger grip or guard, whatever. Right there, and then follow the like groove that it's got going on here. Make it kind of easier for it. Should go round this out. Yeah. The way you can like comfortably put your hand here. Doesn't interfere with the trigger. Yeah. We'll add more detail to this later, but I just wanted to see the general silhouette that we're creating. The only thing that I'm left asking, give me a second, stretch, is do I want to repeat the weird trigger that they got going on here? Or do I want to make my own? I'm thinking yes, just because it is so unique looking. But, oh, whoops. Whoa, look at me. Huh. I hit the numpad, do one faces front, different vertices, I see. So we got the different axis. So we got like the X, we got the Y, and we got the Z, looks like? Or is that the other way around? I don't know. Point is, I can turn the model in weird ways, and I didn't know I could do that. Beautiful. Okay, let's hide barrel and the foregrip again. Do I want to make the trigger a separate thing? Because I could extrude. We don't have to mirror this, of course, but like I could extrude like around here. Wait, why is that? Oh, I see. I'm gonna add another loop here, just so we can get it better. Hello? Oh, I didn't add it in the right spot. There we go. Extrude that better now. Let's go for an extrude. Let's give that a shot. We'll see how it looks. We can try building off of that, keeping it all as one model. Yeah, okay. Make sure that we got the other side too. Yep, need to do that. Let's double check, make sure I only got those faces. Okay. Let's go that for right now. this down again. Actually, I want to bring this back up. Oops, it's that spot. Now I need to start over again. That select could not go through reference images, but that's fine. Well, we need both of those. What is happening here? Oh, okay, don't be too far off. Not a huge fan of that happening, but oh well. It'll work out, we got this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's a good start to the trigger right there. Let's do this now. Yep. Okay, I can try that again. Okay, alright. Brain, work with me. Needs to go way more. There we go. There we go. Nope, I don't want to select some random vertex up there, actually. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Do that, and then bring that down. And narrow this out at some point. There we go. Okay. Take this. Bring this up, actually. Make for a more straightforward extrusion. What is this? Delete that vertex. I don't want it. Okay, so delete the other vertex as well, then. Great. I don't think that matter to the integrity, but still. We're getting this close, that's annoying. Alright. We'll use this as our last one. At least for now. We'll probably come back and smooth it out a little more, but let's see, step back. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's do... need to work it. Just to really round it out. Three more. Let's do one more here. Okay. And now we'll start working on this side. I wonder why they made the trigger like this. Like it's a weird double-sided thing. Makes for a great model, but I don't know what the point would be. Might look it up at some point. Mechanics are always interesting and fun. Okay. This part right here is probably going to be annoying, but we got that. We can do it. I just don't want to. That is my kryptonite. Simply don't wanna. I'd be unstoppable if not for I don't wanna. Up here, but that's fine. Just happy little accidents. Bit overdone in that section, but not bad. I do think that we made this model a little more smooth than the last one. Not by like a huge amount, but still. It shows improvement in my book. That's weird. Oh, there's another thing here, that's why. A couple vertices, bring those in. There we go. Let's see. How well did that look? these two again. I gotta add the detail pieces, of course, but, you know, I want to see how we're looking. If we did that, right? I mean, that looks like it fits in pretty well, right? Obviously, it would need to be, like, darker. Like, it would need to have, like, this, like, black metal look to it, but still. Like, silhouette-wise, I think that kind of blends in pretty nicely, actually. Yeah, alright. Let's do... What time is it? Okay, I'll need to get ready to leave soon. Well, soon-ish. But still, we can mess around for a bit longer for sure. Do I want to go? This, because we want to keep kind of sharp edges almost. Like if you see over here, it's like very angular, even though it is still like smooth. We have like a lot of flat lines going on. And you see that in a lot of Star Wars designs with blasters, because you know that's just the style. You got like these flat grips, these kind of boxy looks. Even in like the first Carbine that is shown, if you don't include the like Rebel blaster that was shown on the Tantive 4, I think is how you say it. It's been forever since I've seen that movie. But the first two, I guess, you know, they're very simple, and when they have like a foregrip, it's a very blocky foregrip, even when it's smoothed out, which is kind of what we're going for. So I'm gonna go in with that kind of look. I think this is almost perfect, actually, if we're comparing it to this. I'm gonna add a bit more detail though. Like, if we can merge this here and this here, you know, kind of like a ribbed grip on this side, I think that could look pretty nice. And then, let's see. Again, you see some scopes. I think what I'll do for now is keep the scope out of it. Maybe make like a very basic one, have it above, and then you guys can tell me in the comments if it's preferred or if you like it without the scope. Again, the first scope, or the first blasters, carbines that we see have scopes, but then like later on they kind of go into more of these like sight focused ones. And by later on I mean real time, not canonical time. So like, you know, first movies come out, they have scopes, and then like Clone Wars and the prequels come out, and then there's like no scope, and then you got like Knights of the Old Republic and there's no scopes. So I mean, I don't know. It's weird because the blaster pistols almost always have these giant scopes, and I'm just like, how are you going to make a holster that is like comfortable for these big honkin' blasters? But I mean, you know, whatever, Han Solo, you do whatever you need to do. You know more about being a smuggler than I do, that's for sure. It's a very ridiculous look. And I can go on for like hours about the practicality of that and how annoying it would be, but that is only because I am a huge cosplayer, so I know these things. I have tried to make comfortable holsters for like a DL44 and it does not work. It just doesn't. I had to make the one that I made had like no scope, short barrel, you know, the little like coolant rib things that it has was like smaller. Like it was so off model, but it was the only way to make it comfy. If you're walking around Colin all day, you know what I'm talking about. We need to bring this in, that's what that is. Yeah, well, I guess we could bring in the trigger guard more. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just slightly there. Don't add too many root cuts here. We don't need this model to be, you know, crazy. But at the same time, I do want to get this to be smooth-ish. Okay, so we got... what is causing that? There's like a little bump here. You see that? Same here, actually. That's weird. That's strange. That should be like completely flat. Weird. Okay. If there are any Blender experts, please tell me what's going on here. That's gonna drive me insane. I imagine it's interfering with the trigger guard mesh in some way, but I don't know. I don't know what's causing that. Also, the making this into a 3D print is going to be a lot more annoying, just because of how large it is. Like for example, the pistol, for example, that was I think 4, maybe 5 parts, and it's a pretty small gun, you know, or blaster. So this being something that you would hold in 2 hands is going to be a lot more cuts. We're going to cut like here, like a diagonal here, one here, there. That's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a ton, but we can manage. The idea is that eventually I will slice all of these, print all of these, and once I can confirm that they all look good, feel right, you know, right scaling, I'm just gonna put it on my Thingiverse page for anybody to just download and print if they want. There's a little mementos. Alright, well, whatever, we'll work with it. Just keeps it just gonna scrap it. We're gonna start over. It's okay though. We can learn from our mistakes. For anything, what I should have done is put these in. Oh, no, it's doing this. Okay. Alright, I see the way it is. See that right there? Weird clipping issue. I don't know why Blender does that. Okay, alright. Let's see. Let's do that. Still. Okay. Okay, before doing that middle one. Say enough, it will become true. Oh, I don't like that. Why are you doing that? Why are you like this? Just experimenting right now. Excuse me. Would that get rid of it, maybe? Like create like another face? That is so weird. That is so weird. It should be reading as a new face. I don't know why it's not. Do with that exactly. You know what? Excuse me. I do know what we're gonna do. I'm calling our new friend Extruder to make things normal for a second. Oh, you're kidding me. Like ruin this thing? Like what happened? You know what? One more time. Third time's the charm. I'm actually gonna bring it out over here. We're gonna really see what's going on. Do this. Here's the part where it gets funky. but I mean, hey, if it works, right, don't question it. It's like a saying in programming that coworkers used to say. I forget exactly how it went, but it was like, if it works and you don't know how it worked, just let it go because it's working. Like, who cares? It's working. Just ignore it. If you keep thinking about it, it will drive you insane. So just let it go. So that is what we were going to be doing with this. It worked. We don't know why it worked, but we are letting that shit go. It's looking alright. How much of the threading do I want it to have? That's about the same size as the grep. That would make it down to like here. Okay, we're gonna do what is most likely another faux pas. This a bit more if it'll let me. Alright, how weird is that looking? You know what, this will get kind of goofy. This part too. Yeah. I think that's looking pretty Star Wars. Let's bring this down a little bit more. Ooh, you know what? Let's do this. Because that reminds me a bit of the Clone Commando blaster grip. It's about DC 17? 15 maybe? DC number. It's like a big chunky looking blaster. And I always thought it was pretty visually appealing. And also very like hefty looking. Like it always looked like it could do some damage. That's just because these are a bit further out. Let's lean into that. Yeah, that works. It looks weird, but again, Star Wars, so things are going to look a bit weird. So that's for me. Let's do. Probably make this easier if we just kind of. this is showing, so we're gonna need to... You know what? I can fix that. That's fine. And I will show my work on that, don't you worry. There we go. It's looking blocky. We're going to do another wood cut here. And we're gonna do this. Stretch that back out. Oh, but that's kind of colliding right now. Let's do one more. There we go. Now check this out. Do this. Bring that out fully. And there we go. Now it's a flat line. And we got plenty of room for... You know what? I'm gonna do this. Do that. And then we're gonna extrude. Oh, I need... Is that even? Does that give us enough? No. We need to cut... do I care enough to, though? So that's gonna be real thin. Let's see. Plus that, we're still gonna have the same amount, probably. Let's give it a shot. We'll see. So if I start here... Yeah, it's still gonna be the same. Okay, so if that's the case, get rid of all of this. Oh, really? It won't let me get rid of the last one? Alright, I see your game. It's actually fine, because I'm just going to do the cut over here. How would that look then? Because it would give us a bit of a spot there to make it a little more, like there's a bit more room visually. You know what? I'm gonna go with thin. We're gonna go with thin. Even though that's a bit off of how grips like this work in Star Wars, it'll be a bit more comfortable to hold, I think. So if we do... I just don't like that last one. What if we... Okay, what if we... Let me cook. Give me a sec. If we did... How weird would this look? How bad? I'm just gonna bump it to where the other loop is, roughly. You know what? Extrude. I'm gonna bring... Oh, I guess not. Do this first, then extrude. We'll get rid of it in a second. I just need to see it visually. Just need to be bigger. You know, it's actually not horrible. It's funny, it's one of those things that, like, wouldn't really help you much, but it's the visual language in Star Wars, so I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, I will move this one, I say. So we'll need to do this. Match up. That one right on. Again, I need to see visually where this is going. Okay, so we need to... Why don't we just... Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay. Let's do that. Let's move the grill because it doesn't grip, but... Do this the far away. Maybe that's okay. I don't want to, but it also won't stop me, so. The most uncomfortable grip to ever exist. If it were real, like the moment it fires, right? The moment you recoil, it's just gonna act like a cheese grater on your hand. Like, look at that. We've got to round out these points 100%. There's just no way. Okay, just do... It's still gonna be pretty bad, but for the visual language, we will do it. Also deal with this tedium. I don't know, I could fix the angle, like, weirdness here going on, but I think it kind of adds to it, almost. You know what, I'm gonna save this off before I do that. I'm gonna copy this grip model. I'll fix it and we'll see which one looks better. Just grab these points. I'm going to just blow them out a little bit. Should create a little rounded effect. I do mean little. It's not going to be elegant at all. It's going to be very blocky. In fact, could be worse for your hand. Oops. Okay, let's see. That's not great. It's a bit too harsh. Really be gentle with the Z-axis here. Oh man, the thought of this being like full auto while you're holding on to this, I don't know if that's a great idea. Oh man. I mean, it does look Star Wars, though. You can't say that it doesn't look Star Wars. Let's do this. Copy this off here. So this is the weird, like, angle grip here. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Like, I could, like, make it like that. You know, like straight angles maybe. bring these over more. I don't know how well that's gonna work actually. We'll mess around. We'll see if we can change the mux. Like one at a time. Again, you have it saved up, so. Sure that we got everything. That's good. Yeah. Alright. Move this. Oh, we don't actually, do we? Yeah, there we go. The problem is when we get over here. Try and make these as straight up and down as we can. Just in this section, I know this area at the top is going to look messy for a bit, but again, this is just for visual. I want to see how this will look. Okay, if we did something like that. It's actually not terrible. How does that compare to what we had before? Let's bring this down here. Okay, we can also do this, bring this up a bit more. Yeah, so far I would rather hold on to this. This seems like it would be more comfortable. The top here is looking a bit funky, but that's fine. Like we'll fix that. General silhouette I'm liking so far. We'll do, what happens if we bring this forward maybe? Helps us visually. We'll do the same over here, like bring this out that way. First I'm gonna make sure that it didn't, okay. Yeah, so we'll bring that out as like a reminder. To, as we go along, kind of edit these. Okay, so the real problem starts here, looks like. Then once we're done moving these around, we'll go to the top. Yeah, okay, alright. Punch that up a little more. You know what I would love to do? I'd love to take some of these models and then mod them into like Fallout 4. Because I think that would be a good effect. You can use like the generic animation suite for like the laser rifle and laser pistol. Like the reload animation would look stupid, but that's fine. I've done a bit of Fallout 4 modding, but not a ton. So that would be a fun learning experience. What happened here? Oh no. Bring that back over there, maybe? I don't know what happened there. Looks normal. It looks fine. Oh, hello. It's not good. It's just the problem that we're running into right now is with this foregrip. We're basing the blaster off of the... what is it called? It's the one in Red Dead 2. The boar. This one right here. We're basing it off of this. And I think it's going well. I think we got a good silhouette with the grip going on. We don't have like all the detail pieces. Right now I'm moving on to the barrel and then the foregrip. We made this here, right? But it looks a bit too cheese grater-y. Like it looks like it would not be comfortable. So I'm trying to redo it to where it's a bit more up and down and a bit more rounded, but I wanted to keep the old version just in case this new version doesn't look any better. So we don't have to like go all the way back, you know? But yeah, I think it's going well. You let me know though, if you think that you see something that could be altered or changed in some way that would make it look a bit more interesting. Feel free to point it out. I'm all for suggestions. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with it. Just figuring out this foregrip, like I said. That's going to be the real issue. Yeah, okay. So, let's see. Got to move these first. Get this going. Let's move this here. That's pretty up and down, right? Yeah, except for this one. I feel like a dentist fixing all these. Sure that we're not messing these up too bad. You know, though, to keep the top looking weird, because that might be in line with Star Wars. I don't know, we already have this going on. I'm gonna keep going. that over. Alright, let's zoom out. There we go, we're getting there. A bit too far. It's like a constant issue. Okay. That's going to be really annoying to fix. I've been misclicking vertices all stream. Yeah, see, there's another one over there. Okay, alright. Let's get back to straightening all these out. That's our next one. Looking better. Got about half of those done. And I am liking it more than the old one. You know what, let me move this up a little. Almost all. Move that up more. There we go, that's looking a lot better. And then we'll eventually do the same over here once we get these straightened out. That's looking a lot more smooth, a lot more put together. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's do add a bit more visual detail here. Might be too many vertices, but that's always my go-to. Just like on the breath. I'll find out later on what that means, if anything, but it's a nice little greebly. That'll increase the polygon count for no reason. It wasn't going to be perfect anyway. That's about right. This, make it more cloned. Like maybe it's a button or something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We need to fix this though. Got a little too into that part. I forgot to fix this. You know what though? We can wait. That's going to create another vertex. It's going to make preparing these a little harder. all the bottom is straight up and down, looks like. Yeah. We got a couple bigger gaps here, but that can be fixed in a second. First thing I want to do is make sure that these are straightened out a little bit. So we can nitpick a little later on. Again, we'll work on spacing once everything is set to go. These that are really bad. Just gonna grab all three because they're pretty much at the same angle here. Did not mean to hide those. There we go. There's a little indent there. Yeah. That's alright, we'll fix it. How's that looking? Yeah, I'm liking that. Nice straightened down. I just need to like from here to here move that a bit right. I guess here to here, move that a bit left, but we'll figure that out later. First, we'll do this. Oh wait, we can't. That's gonna. Because that's gonna start expanding this face. We don't want that. What if we lay another one down here? Fix that issue, but that creates a couple others. No, there's a way to fix this. There's a way to fix this so it's more efficient. Let's see what happens if I bring all of this. Great. do that. And then open up these over here. And then that's starting to look more stylized as opposed to being an area. So keep that. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot more. Okay. Let's fix this gap. Do I have time? I'm gonna need to leave in. I think I got like another hour in me. Another hour at most, but that should be enough to fix this like gap issue that we got going on. Let's do that. Because really it should just be grabbing and then pulling. What's that? Let's the gap start. I think it starts here. Some of these are still kind of crooked. It's okay. We're not looking for perfection just yet. Evidence. Sure. Right now I just need this silhouette to look. Oh, I want it to look. Some more room. Yeah, okay, that's looking fine. This selection here. Oh, a couple more vertices selected here. There we go. That should be good. Go forward a bit more. I think the rest is going to be fixing the crookedness, and then after that, we should have like a normal grip. So just stop moving stuff back and forth there. And in the meantime, you know what? I'm gonna try something with this. This might look interesting or stupid. We'll see. These like fins that I got going on here. It's not far enough. We need to make another edge loop a bit further. There we go. Okay. Oops. Just make them a bit more rounded, maybe. How does that look? Okay, alright. And then also I'm going to... Also, I'm so glad that my neighbor is doing yard work. I hope that's very loud and annoying to the viewer. Right next door too. Jeez. Let's see. Oh, I see what's going on. So that needs to be up there. I'm going to try and make it like a bit more straight across. I think that'll give it a better silhouette. Let's move it back to like here. Same with this one. How does that look? Yeah, that looks more, I guess menacing would be the word. More intimidating. So if we copy that and then on the y-axis do a 90, copy this, and then y45. Yeah, that's looking a lot more put together. That's looking a lot better in my book. Also, you know what, just because this is kind of my thing right now, I'm going to add a little like kind of metal O-ring look over here. Not for any like practical reason, just because again, it's kind of my thing at the moment. Take this. It should protect any warping. So just do... there we go. No purpose at all. No purpose for that. I just think that it looks neat. Okay, so now would be the time for the detail pieces. What time is it? I see. Okay, alright. Excuse me. Let's do... I think we do a bit more. I think we do a bit more here. But then I'll probably have to go. Which I might be able to stream again later tonight. I don't know how long I'll be gone. Nothing bad. Just, you know, hang out with friends. I just don't know what all we're gonna do. And how long that's going to take. This more that'll make it easier for the eventual 3D print model, because it'll add more support to it. This roundedness a little more. There we go. Nice, I'm liking it. Let's deselect that, unselect. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, let's see. Speaking of, give me 1 sec. I need to respond to this. Alright. Sent. Let's is this rounded enough? Does that need to be more rounded? No, okay, it is flat there for whatever reason. Oh, I want to make this too, but I don't know how annoying that's going to be. We'll see. Already regretting it. I'm already regretting trying to do this. For my tastes. To have this a bit more under control, but you know, like I said, we'll get it done. Let's what do we do with vertice here? Do that, and then bring this up. Kind of create a new line here. Yeah, I don't even want to think about how the mesh looks. Mess up in every way possible. Let's do. Hate adding all of these vertices. Not because it's like you know, affecting me or like boring or anything. Just because it's like it's just gonna look so messy if we try to, you know. Needs to be up here too. Oh no. Oh boy, how does it look face view? I mean that is the shape that we need. It's just really rough. It's really rough. Oh boy. Okay, alright. Does it go? Oh no. That's okay. That's okay. If it works, right? Oh boy. Okay. Well, one more look at the faces. Let's see. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. I'm worried about this bottom part here. Let's give it a go. There we go. Okay, there we go. My sanity is secure for now. to extrude here too. We just did that. What is that gonna look like? Oh, is this a... yeah, that is. Let's try a good friend verticing again. So, x-axis is a bit messed up here. It's okay. There we go. Alright, so we'll extrude here. And then we'll add this piece on top of that. That's way too much. So mild that nobody's going to notice. Come on, give me a good roll here. There we go. Alright, how's that looking? Okay. Let's select this area here. Bring it out more to the side. Let's run this whole thing out actually. Oh, but there's more. You know what? We might be able to cheat here a little. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Doesn't need to be perfect right off the bat. We're again adding way too many loop cuts, but you know. We're out here just having fun. It's all good. This is not a circle. This is like an oval that I've tried to trick people into believing is a circle. Bit off model just to really make this look as much like a circle as possible. Just open a little. Problem area is going to be down here. Due to my arrogance, it caused an issue. Flat angles there, right there and there. some time. I guess we're adding another one there. This cluster right here. I like it. Can't really intersect there either. Oh, that's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve. Let's do this up to the side. How's that look? There we go. We're starting to get more of a circle going. Don't want these. There we go. That's enough of a circle for me. I'm just taking a look right now. See where we are. Oh, we forgot to do this weird part of the trigger here. Which looks like it might just be a spring. And then, not a spring, but you know what I mean. A thing that would act as a spring. A spring in every sense of the word, outside of it being a spring, I guess. We need to do this here. Nope. There we go. That's good enough for me. It's such a small detail that it's not going to be scrutinized in any way. I would love to have arm trackers right now, just by the amount of times I've stretched, because the sped up version of this, like the time lapse, is going to look very funny. Just imagining me shooting my arms up randomly over the course of like 20 minutes at like a fast speed is a very fun visual. I'm gonna copy. Nope, not that. Copy this. Bring that over here for these little bolt sections. Just because the nose here is going to get longer and longer the smaller we get. So, you know what? Oh, hello. Oh, it's still selecting this one too. Okay, that's not great. There we go. Okay. I might be able to just do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, all these are selected. I'm gonna just go through and there we go. Is that another bolt? Looks like another bolt. Or whatever these things are called. Bring these down below it. Maybe that might look better. Yeah, that's a lot smoother. It's not accurate, but it's a lot easier on the eyes. And of course the bottom area is going to be a whole thing. But I can at least get this started. Over here. Partially hidden by receiver, looks like. Okay. There we go. That's starting to look good. Still need the like the magazine release and all the little doodads over here, but I mean majority wise, it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, we still need to make the barrel, but it's coming together. It's really coming together. Okay, so we need. I know it's not an ambidextrous one, but we're gonna turn it into one. Just because, I mean, I'm not I'm not putting that much detail into that part right now. Maybe later I'll make it into something more accurate, but right now it is just placing things where they are kind of at. Let's see. Okay, so we need the plate here, and then this plate right here. That looks like it's going to be a new cube. Let's get one in here. Just copy that and bring it down. Highs and lows. to start getting ready to go. Even though this is very investing. God, let me... shoot. Let me get this part going. Trying to really speed up for this last bit. Hold on. Okay, alright, Alright, there we go, okay. And then, yep, that's how that looks. God, did I put, like, a bolt here? Wait a minute. Okay, it doesn't have one. It's just a weird spot. Okay, that's fine. There we go. And that hopefully will remind me of what that is. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's out of place enough for me to come back to it. Fix. There we go. Okay. The walls will put a fix here. Okay. So I'm going to have to go. I had a great time though. I think this Carbine is looking very nice. Very excited to see how it turns out. I am hoping that I'll be able to stream again tonight, but it might be not tomorrow, but Thursday before I can actually hop back on. Hopefully I can finish before that though. And I'll actually announce when I'm going to stream this time, or try to remember to. But yeah, I'm liking how this is going. This is looking good. If you put it with the others, you know, I mean, that's looking pretty Star Wars. Let's get that back where it was, save that off, and yeah, I'm sorry for the abrupt leaving here, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Have a good night, or a good day, or a good afternoon, or a good whatever, or wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching.